Providence Mayor Brett Smiley is defending his proposed changes to PVD Fest, saying he wants to put the event's focus back on the arts.
This even as he faces continued backlash over changes he's making to the festival, including the venue, date, and rules around drinking. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie joins us now live in studio. Alex, organizers expect 100,000 to attend the festival, which has now been moved to September.
Yeah, Mike, typically PVD Fest happens about now in June, but Mayor Smiley told reporters after a lot of conversations with those in the hospitality industry, he saw a need to move the three-day event to a time of year where they could use more business. A three-day outdoor arts festival is closing out the summer season in Providence instead of kicking things off. Mayor Brett Smiley says hotels and restaurants have told him they're overwhelmed with many public events this time of year.
While it was technically possible, one of our many goals, in addition to creating a great festival that puts Providence on the map, that creates audience for our local talent, is also to have economic impact.
Smiley says the hospitality industry expressed concern about a drop-off in revenue after Labor Day.
Where there are not as many public events, hotel rooms are not as full, restaurants are not as full, there's this lull.
Smiley joined other city officials Wednesday to announce programming details for the three-day event, which will include gospel singer Mavis Staples as the headliner. But the mayor has received pushback to some of the changes he's making, like moving the festival closer to the Providence River to promote and better accommodate waterfire.
We had the opportunity to both use this great public space that Providence has come to love. It is a 5-minute or less walk to 3 neighborhoods at a minimum.
One of the most controversial changes revolves around drinking, with no block parties or open containers allowed.
We made a decision, and I'll be clear, I made a decision, to put the focus on this festival back on the art, back on the performances, back on the experiences that families and residences can have. There are plenty of places for people to go get a drink, but the festival itself is not going to have open container this year.
Mayor Smiley did note the open container rule this year isn't indicative of a permanent change to the festival, but we'll have more on his response to critics coming up new at 6. Live in studio, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.
Mayor Brett Smiley continues to be pressed on new changes to PVD Fest that aren't sitting well with some. As
we told you earlier this week, the Outdoor Arts Fest is moving from Kennedy Plaza in June to near where Waterfire takes place in September. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie joins us now live in studio with more about the pushback and the rules around drinking at the event. Alex?
I'll make it a news conference where Mayor Smiley announced other major details, including who's headlining and how you can get involved with the festival. Smiley said plain and simple, there will be no open containers. Organizers say 3 straight days of music, art, and food outdoors in Providence is expected to attract 100,000 people.
You see, PVD Fest is indeed a celebration of the people who drive our creative capital. It's artists, it's artisans, and the creatives within every sector of our beloved community.
Mayor Brett Smiley says he wants that to be the focus instead of drinking, which has evoked some criticism from people who have attended in previous years. He implemented a ban on block parties and open containers for his first PVD Fest as mayor, but notes the Guild's Beer Garden, which has a contract in the city, will remain open.
There will not be other designated corrals for drinking like you might see at some music festivals.
Why can't there be both?
There could be both, but we've made a decision to go this route.
Organizers say the festival was moved from June to September to help give the hospitality industry a post-Labor Day boost and closer to the Providence River to promote and better accommodate waterfire. Are you still expecting the 100,000 people projected with the new rules in place?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's going to be a great festival. We've got a national headliner and spectacular local talent, the same producing partner that has produced the previous PVD Fests that people have loved. It is going to be an exciting, fun weekend. The only thing that might impact attendance will be the weather.
Smiley said he's encouraging people to use public transportation to get to PVD Fest. He says the city's also in touch with ride shares to make sure they can handle the capacity. I asked if the city will turn off any parking meters, and the mayor told me he wasn't sure about that yet. Live in studio, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.